went to PayPal for a short period of time, and then was recruited out of there to join Twitter to actually do something very similar to what I'd done at my startup, but to lead that for platform business development for Twitter at a much larger scale. And that was really amazing. And what's interesting is I learned that part of my referral into that was because someone that I had been proximate with and got to know when I was working with this highly technical product, was technical and working in a technical function at Twitter, recommended me for this role. So I like going back on these dots. It's like, okay, these relationships came because of like diving into the work, but also were really meaningful in kind of each step along the way. So yeah, I was at Twitter for 4 years. I led platform business development. The head of business development at the time tapped me and another a technical person on our team, and she said, "Go build something. Like figure out what we should be doing." And we spent all this time doing that, and we built this really cool thing where we had this player, like a video player, and like tweets scrolling that are related to the thing that was playing on the video, live video. And we used a partner at the time that I've been working with was the National Basketball Association. And I was like, "Hey, can you give me feed of a game and tell me the time that the game happened?" Because I was building a demo app. And so they did. They sent me this video, and then we layered on the tweets that were happening during the game, and then we presented that. We're like, "This is what we should do." So she said, "Wow, that's awesome." And then the next day, a guy tapped me on my shoulder. He's like, "Hey," literally, it was like very covert. He's like, "You should show this to Anthony Noto, who was at the time the CFO of the company." I'm like, "Why would I show this to the CFO of the company?" And that later that day, I got pulled in his office, and he was telling me about this is a top secret thing, but we are in the finals of getting the Thursday night football from the NFL to stream on Twitter. And it's between us, and he names all these other Silicon Valley companies. Like, whoa, that's amazing. He's like, "But we have to show them something." And I saw what you built, and I really like it. I'm like, okay, cool. So the next week, so he's like, "Let's just keep in touch. Who knows what will happen? Let's just keep in touch." That was literally my first conversation with him. The next week, Joy and I, we were on spring break with the family, and it got announced that Twitter wins the Thursday night football. It's huge news within my industry. And I got pings from Jack, Adam Bain, COO, and the CFO. "Hey, can you send me the thing you built?" So the next week, we have what's called a tea time. And that tea time, Anthony Noto gets up and talking about this NFL deal. And he's like, "And this is what it could look like." And he shows the thing that we built. And then that day, he's like, "Hey, I need you to come work for me and be GM of this live video thing." And that's what I did. I joined his team, and it was really cool. But all in like really random. Wasn't the reason we built that was not for that reason, but ended up being kind of like, "Hey, this is what we're going to use as a proxy to win the deal, to do the stuff," and here we are.
Wow, that's awesome.